13 times 13?
You know 13 times 13?
Yeah.
What is it?
169.
I actually don't know. I'll have to check.
It's 169.
What's 12 times 12?
Easy. 121.
No. That's 11 times 11. What's 12 times 12?
Oh.
144.
144.
Yep. Who's on the back of your iPad?
Which one am I going to get?
Orange one.
Among Us. Fall Guy Among Us. They're literally both Among Us's.
All right. I'm going to feed. Now listen, I know there's candy in here. But I want you to eat all these raspberries before you eat candy.
Why?
I have no idea. That's just what your mom said.
I can demolish this.
Hey, watch the brown donkey. She opens doors. Woo! What's up, buddy? What's going on there, buddy? Watch that step. We just put that in. Chad, Adler Farms. That was Carter, man. All the boys are out of school, so we divvied up who went where, and Carter went with me today. Whew. But just like Adler, it's not that cold today. And it's 32, it feels like a 29. It's just, I don't know, I think because yesterday was even colder. Today's not so bad. Let me get some cubes for the rebel. All right, y'all go back up. Come on, buddy. Hey. Hey, I know, it's been a little bit. I know. You all right? All right, let's go this way. Come on. Woo! Excuse me. You all right? All right, let's go. Let's go. You hungry? Morning. What do you say, 4-1? What do you say? How'd you guys get hay on your backs? You get inside that bale feeder like Bruce? All right, back up, buddy. Back up. Back up. Back up. Hey, come on, boys. Come on. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. He knows. He knows. If you're new to what we're feeding through the winter, they've always got hay. And then they've got, I believe this is called Monty mix. And see that? It's got the cottonseed husks in it. I think that's what they call it. But it's super high in fiber. I think it's like a 14%. And then of course they have a 20% cube. Everybody should be complete and content. They got whatever grass grows, which isn't much, even though we've planted some. If you watch our last video, you can see the new bale ring we got, which is even cooler. Come here, buddy. Come on. First, get out of there. Come on. There's that. Ninja, watch out, man. Excuse me, donkeys. Excuse me. You all right there, buddy? Today's a feed day, if you can't tell. Excuse me, buddy. So I take 2 scoops and put this around here. Come on, come here. Find some real nice dry spots for the donkeys. You guys, you're gonna get some up there in a second. Do you need somebody? Alright, here you go. So that takes them a little bit to eat, which is okay. Get the alpacas. Some feed. Come on. The alpacas actually eat way up there. Somebody asked me, why our feeding stations are so far apart? I guess that's a fair question, but we look at it like I've got different pastures or different paddocks. The Highlands and the Berger Bros. They can eat together. You know, one's got horns and one doesn't, but that's why they're separated now. Of course, the donkeys don't need near as much as any other animal. They do get this Monty mix twice a day, plus whatever they forage, plus hay. They need a little bit more attention. They're not quite as aggressive. Watch out. Look out. Parkour. Here comes Doofy. Here, buddy. There you go. All right. Woo, step back here in the wind break. So anyway, our feeding stations aren't too far apart. Like everybody gets fed down there or right here. But obviously these 125 pound animals don't need to be shoving around anybody down there. They actually can't. They don't even try to push the other ones off their feed. This is how it goes. I mean, think about big ranches. And maybe that person just didn't know that we have 20 acres. But like, think about big ranches. I mean, there's a 200-acre ranch directly to the west of us. And whatever his feeding rotation is and pasture rotation, there's like 50, 60 head back there at any given time. And he's got some more land across the street, but he, fence is on. Man, I just raised my left leg and didn't get quite all the way over it. And that's all she wrote. That got me 2 or 3 times. It's like getting shocked by static. Like, it's not gonna put you down, but 3 or 4 of them in a row, you change your direction. But anyway, whatever this ranch's rotation is, I don't see his cows but maybe every 4th or 5th day. So he's got a rotation. That's just how it goes. That's how it goes anywhere when you're feeding like that. Anyway, we do need feed today. A fair amount. And I don't know where y'all are at in the country, but here in Northeast Oklahoma, the temperature on Thursday and Friday, the low at like 4 or 5 in the morning is currently right now, I think it's -3 on Thursday and -5 on Friday. It's like when we wake up, it's gonna be really cold. But these two knuckleheads the last couple of days have been bullying each other around. I don't really know why. They're steers, so there's no testosterone in there. Hey, knuckleheads. But what we are happy to see is this guy was really sick about 2 weeks ago. And he's clearly feeling better. Clearly. So that's good. Let's give him some room. Maybe that was the issue. Maybe one of them was trying to get out and the other one wasn't ready yet. Bruce eats a couple times in a couple different places. The little goat does too. She eats with the donkeys. I've said this many times. The donkeys don't need near as much as every other animal. Now, I'm not saying you can't feed them as much. I'm saying they don't quite need the attention that the other animals need. So, they are totally okay. I'm gonna get my gloves for this next part, hang on. The cabin, because there's no insulation and there's nothing in there, it's just a thin shell right now. That's why Carter's in the truck, because the cabin's just the same temperature as outside, basically. No biggie. Well, let's check on these chickens. Man, we've been getting 5 or 6 eggs a day since we put this corn out here. And then we've also because we feed the donkeys on the ground and because the cows can't quite lick those tubs clean, the chickens actually have been eating. Thank you, cowboy. The chickens have actually been eating what's left over on the ground. A bunch of scratch in here for them yesterday. Some of you guys asked us what scratch is, and it's that right there. Just scratch grains, 50-pound bag. It makes them lay eggs. I don't know why they're. You want me to put some out here? You guys are silly. Hang on. Last time I did this, I spilled a fair amount, so hang on. There we go. We actually got to give this guy his own if he can stand it, because he gets picked on. There we go. Y'all better eat that before the cows get down here. What in the world? They're brothers. Maybe they're just making up. Oh, I can't do it, man. Here. He will not mess with Cowboy. Will not even try it. He was getting after Bruce pretty good yesterday, though. Here, watch this. Well, we've got some fescue coming up right here, but with these temperatures we've got coming, that's gonna slow down for sure, unfortunately. Yes, I'm walking on a little bit of it, but it ain't gonna grow anytime soon anyway. Now, some out here did take some of that. No, that's popping through. That's what was there. I didn't seed this, but I thought maybe with the rain it washed it down. But this grass, this is like some Bermuda. It's just coming up through the soil after Jared bladed it. Looking pretty full. This hole right here, I think he said is like 20 feet deep. And when we get the excavator out here, that'll be one of the first things we do is, well, we'll get the muck out of there, and then he'll flatten that. Like, we'll never see it. I don't think he can get that out. I don't know. It depends on how big the excavator is and how high the pond is at that point. But either way, he can pull that, I believe, into this hole. And that's like 20 feet deep. He was able to actually park that dozer. Actually, it's not that one. It's one just like it. He was able to park his dozer in that hole. That's how deep that is. And you couldn't see it from like either side. I'm still super excited. Let me show you something too. I wish it was warmer, guys. You know, a lot of y'all watch the videos and you wonder where Carter is or where Adler is or where Case is when you don't see all three of them. And they've all just got their own lives, and we try not to, well, I mean, not so much Adler. But like Carter goes to birthday parties all over the place. Case is currently traveling with family. They've just got their own lives. But what I wish it was warmer. It's not so warm that Carter could get sick. He's just already been under the weather a little bit. And the last thing we want to do with Christmas at the end of the week is get him sick. So that's why he's going to hang out in the truck. He's tough enough to handle this. He loves playing outside. He would honestly rather be outside, both him and Adler. If the weather's permitting, they'd rather be outside than on those iPads. Let me show you this. It did rain a little bit last night, but as you guys know, we walked this the other day in like a 45-minute video. I showed you we have water coming down from the neighbor's property. Just listening for the horn. I told Carter to honk. We have water that runs off from the neighbor's property. It comes from the 50 acres over there, and then to the east of us, it comes off, I think there's a 40-acre pasture directly across the street. But it comes off their property, goes underground, and then fills our pond via what is certainly like a wet weather creek or a wet weather spring, whatever you want to call it. But it's always flowing during the wet season. It already is. So, like you guys suggested, we've got rocks on rocks on rocks. There are actually tons more over there. These are just the ones we found on this side. But we are going to sit those just sporadically around where the water flows. And keep it moving this way and try and keep the water from eroding anything. But I think the waterfalls are kind of cool. finding a way to set up something like that. But it essentially is always filling up when it rains. We elected to leave that side of the dam. When this pond was originally built, that's a spillway over there. Now, there's no culvert, there's nothing like that. It's just this side. The camera really flattens it out, but hopefully you can see how high this is over here compared to this. So when the pond fills up, it'll naturally just spill over right there. And that's okay. That way we don't lose fish. We don't have to have like a grate on our pipe. Beavers won't want to, you know, dam up the pipe, all that good stuff. That's what we've elected to do for now. And I'm content with it unless we see that it's not working or we're losing too much water or something like that. But we want this really, really full. Jared made it a little bit bigger for us. And just so you know, on the other side of that mound is a really good spot to put a little wading pool for the cows next year. Because we don't want the cows in our real pretty pond when the grass starts growing. So we want to keep this nice and manicured and mowed, which will keep snakes, keep the number of snakes down if we keep it short and clean. I know there's trash over there. We're working on that. When the wind blows, we get trash. Like, I don't even know where it comes from. So, because we've got neighbors that way. They're not dirty, trashy people. Like, just the wind, I guess, just catches some things and throws them. You know, riprap is those big 4, 5, 6 inch round rocks. When you put those in, when you line a stream with them, or a creek, you don't like tarp under it, do you? Like, that's kind of silly, right? You just lay the rock. You know, like a lot of retention ponds use them. So that's an update on that. There's no point in going back there. No grass has grown since we looked at it last. And it's just not going to with these temperatures. Now, my dad is, you know, self-taught, really good, and having a nice, pretty green yard. And he was telling me that the grass won't die. It's just essentially dormant like every other grass. Like that seed, the seed doesn't, I mean, yes, seed can go bad. It can mold. The germination rate gets affected, all that stuff. But like, unless the seed is just sitting above ground right now, it can actually lay out there and still grow in the spring. Now the germination rate probably gets cut in less than half. We'll just leave it out there. I think this fescue that's coming up right here, I think some of that's from what Carter threw back in July. But of course, June 11th was the last time it rained a measurable amount. So when we threw this in July, they were calling for rain, and it may have like misted for an hour, and then it didn't rain till like late September. Everybody knows that. It's been a drought right around here. We were definitely hit pretty hard. But now I got a project. Let me go get it. I'm working on my diesel transfer tank. And again, if you don't know what that is, it is basically just a tank you can take to the filling station, fill it up with diesel or whatever you need on the farm, and then bring it home. Because most places you can only buy like a 5-gallon gas can, because of course, I looked it up, diesel actually weighs 7 pounds a gallon. So 5 gallons weighs 35 pounds, right? Well, imagine 15-gallon pound. Okay, you're getting close to, or 15-gallon pound. Imagine a 15-gallon tank. You can't, most people anyway, can't carry it. I wouldn't even want to carry it for a very far distance. So what you get, ignore our trash day. What you get is a diesel transfer tank. I explained in the last video. I asked you guys what I should do. You said Daniel Arms has got a great video. I went and watched it. And somehow I actually found the exact same tank Daniel uses. And it was also severely mismarked. And I don't know if it was a return or what. Here's the thing I think now this is my first diesel tank, this is my first diesel transfer tank ever. So maybe it was returned because of what I'm about to show you, or maybe it was returned for another reason. I don't know. This, see that right there? See how that's bowed? Because it bows, I need some washers back there. Like it makes it stand off a little bit. And that's no big deal to go get some washers. It actually comes with a few. When I did this yesterday, I didn't even think. I'm such a, ugh. When I built this yesterday, I was like, oh man, all I gotta do is just span this just wide enough for my spear. Because I don't have forks, so I can't move those forks in or out. They're set. It's actually a bale spear from Bush Hog. And they are, as you just saw, 33.5 inches across. And I cut my board like little bit short. So outside to outside, they're 33.5 across, and I went with 36 inches for an easy number. As you can see, 33.5 is right there. So one end would fit right here, but the other one's not gonna squeeze in right there. But thankfully we've got another 2x4, and I'm just gonna measure it. And I think we need another 6 inches. But regardless, this needs to be 33.5 inside to inside. Just gotta do that. Oh yeah, we got plenty. Watch that kickback. Whew. Love this saw, but you can see I need a new blade. So now you can see where that really comes into play. See, that's bowed. I know these tanks can like shrink and expand. That's why they come with a cap that you can vent. So right now that's vented if you needed to fill up. It also comes off. Yeah, there we go. That's how you fill it too. So I don't know, maybe somebody did something wrong and it caused it to pucker. I don't know. Anyway, by the way, I taught Adler how to make that noise. The other day he told me, well, he said his teacher's name at school. I'm gonna keep it private, but he goes, Miss told me I can't do it anymore. I said, why? And he goes, because she said that was annoying. Probably is annoying. He goes, I was doing it a lot. I was like, okay. So anyway, yeah. Lo siento. Goodness, I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I could shim it if I had shims, but there isn't much you can do. I'm just gonna use what I got and see if I can just pull it down. It's just, it may split the wood. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So here's where we're at. Went ahead and tightened these up. That's a crush washer, so this tight. It ain't coming off the front. There ain't no way. And then, whoo, goodness, man. Whoo, Billy. Normally I just say, whoo, I peed a little, but might need to find somewhere private and check. Make sure that's all she was. They just walked up here to get a drink, and man, listen, lady, if you're not gonna help, you gotta give me some room. I gotta keep going here. Now, I do have a question. How did you get hay on your back? Did you lay down in it? No, come this way. I ain't gonna do that, come on. Hey, that's fake leather. Don't worry about it. Yep, that's fake leather. No offense, it's faux, look. It's about as fake as them horns. That's real leather. All right, I gotta finish up. I gotta show the people what I did. You gonna let me in there? Back up. She ain't gonna back up for nothing. I'm seriously, did you get inside the bell ring? Did you follow Bruce in there? Everybody's worried you wouldn't be able to get food out of that new ring, but y'all figured it out pretty quick, didn't you? You guys figured it out pretty quick. It's all over you, you stinker. I did not cinch those down yet. When I bought this, like I said, it was on an end cap. It was by itself. It was either mismarked or marked because it was returned, but there's no scratches. The factory wrap was still on it, but there were some other ones from a different brand. I can't remember which brand. I think it was RDS or something like that. But there were some other ones next to it in the aisle, and they had these rubber grommets. What I'm gonna do is see if I can find some rubber grommets to put on this. The rubber grommets were for mounting these in the back of your pickup. So the ones I'm talking about, it's not like this one didn't have them, but the ones I'm talking about, they were like the width of your truck bed. They were like a 110-gallon tank. They come with rubber grommets, which of course keeps it from vibrating in your truck and making a bunch of noise. I'm not sure if you mount these in trucks or not, but you could. But I don't know, maybe it came with rubber grommets and somebody returned it and didn't bring back the grommets. I don't know. They can't be much. We'll run to the hardware store here in a little bit and we'll get some and cinch those up, but it's not going anywhere. I do have a 2x4 that I'm gonna cut and put in here, but not right now. And I may even run a 2x6 on the bottom of this as well. So it's almost like I'm picking up a pallet. Put that 2x4 in the middle, give it a little bit more strength. Whew. All right, we got her loaded up. We're gonna run home because it's pretty chilly.
Furniture in there? Hey.
Is there furniture in the cabin?
Yeah.
Not yet, man. Not yet. My hand's cold?
No.
We're gonna go get some diesel and take a break. We'll see you guys here in a little bit. You know what diesel is?
No.
Gas.
I knew it.
Or I should say fuel. All right, can you climb up here? Or is it too tall? It might be too tall for you. Brakes off, let's go.
Are you filming
Yep,
already?
yep.
On 20.
20.
Yeah.
I'm going like 3.
Go 40.
Go 40. That's Junebug, and that's Tessie. Those are Burger Bros.
No.
Yeah.
Don't eat them.
Don't eat, which ones? Don't eat those?
I'm gonna eat those.
We won't eat those.
Yes, we will.
No, we're gonna eat those. Yeah.
Oh my.
Bruce, get out of there. Bruce, get out of there. What a knucklehead. Bruce. Hey.
Whoa!
Holy cow.
What?
That was a big jump. Gotta be super careful. It's a whole lot of money in that tank.
Money?
Yeah, like diesel.
But it's money?
Well, it's worth a lot.
It's like $10.
More than that. About 75 right now.
70. That's it?
Yeah.
No, 75 plus 75.
There we go. You can't go in the cabin because there's a Christmas present in there for you. So you guys see that feed on the ground? That's so gross.
What is it?
Well, when I got feed last time, you pull up underneath this giant hopper, like a grain bin, and they were trying to fill up my barrels, and they started the hopper a little too quick, and some fell out. I didn't get charged for it, but Bruce is playing cleanup here. That's pretty funny. You can touch him; he won't hurt you. See if you can touch his leg. Eat up there, big boy.
What if we take Bruce with him?
What if we what?
With us.
Take him where?
Home.
Take him home?
He's hops in the back.
Horses in the back?
No.
He'd be like goats in the back?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Take my goat.
There you go. All right, let's go look at this tank and see if I broke anything. All right, so it held up pretty good. The only thing is right here, I think sitting it down, watch out, buddy. When I sat it down, I sheared the heads of those screws off, but I think a lot of that is I need to put a board under here, obviously, and make it like a pallet, because what I had to do was sit it on the deck and then back out with my forks. And when I did it, it kind of caught right there and it just popped that off. So, but we'll put these under there and make it better. This is the first time I've ever used this. We'll see how it goes. We do have a filter on order, but I do not have it yet. When it gets here,
Look, I can see.
we got it vented. There we go. It's working. I think Bruce just broke something on the truck.
1 in 100.
All right, start guessing.
1.
Nope.
50.
Nope.
2.
Higher.
Higher than what?
Higher than 2.
Higher than 50.
Lower than 50.
40.
Lower than 40.
30.
Higher.
39.
Lower.
38.
Lower.
37.
Okay, fine. I get how you're gonna play. You go one number at a time. 37, 38, 39, 40.
41.
It's working well. I'm pretty pleased.
Look, Spider-Man pose.
Carter, there's a present inside the cabin. Carter's trying to guess what it is. You can guess. I'll tell you if you get it.
Yeah. Is it a...
Nope.
Is it an animal?
Is it an animal?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got an animal in the cabin.
No, is it an animal?
It's not an animal.
Roller skates?
Is it roller skates?
Yeah.
No.
Is it hoverboard?
No. You have a hoverboard and roller skates.
Is it a donkey?
The donkey?
Yeah.
Nope.
Blues?
Nope. I would never give somebody I love Bruce. He's a stinker.
Is it a pet rock?
Pet rock? Yeah. Got you a pet rock. You pick any rock you want. Pet rock out here.
That one. That one.
You excited about your pet rock? I think what I'm going to do, guys, is just get some lag screws. We'll put some lag screws in there and that'll hold it down. And then we'll put some runners across there. We'll reinforce that. And then I got these grommets. And I can drill that hole out because that's bigger than the bolt. But I got these grommets. I'm just not sure they're going to... Yeah, that's not even going to help. So we'll figure something out. This is pretty. What are you boys doing?
Playing the same game.
What game is it? The Roblox?
Yes.
You playing Roblox?
Hey!
What is it?
I don't know what it is.
All right, you guys hang here for a second, okay?
Why?
Well, you can come with me, but it's cold. And you're gonna have to carry one of them 330-pound jugs. You know how much 330 pounds is? It's about 100 pounds more than me. Do you know how much that is? A lot. Go play whatever I want?
Yeah.
You mean work?
Yeah.
Bruce? You just ate. You just ate. You ate with the chickens, then you ate with the cows and the donkeys, then you ate with the alpacas. And that is one wide load. So, I just fed everybody. It's like, yeah, it's 12:22. The day you guys are seeing this, the 20th. What's up, buddy? You can't get in there? They've all had plenty, haven't you? They've all had plenty. But in case you guys didn't know, or you're living under a rock, we've got, man, I think tomorrow is supposed to be regular. It's supposed to be like regular. It's supposed to be like kind of normal. It's supposed to be, I don't know, somewhere around 45 to 50 degrees during the day. And then tomorrow night, it's gonna be in the 30s. And then Thursday morning, it's gonna start out about 25 degrees and it's gonna be -8 by 5 p.m. with a chance of snow. So we are loading up on the feed and we got, what are you, oh, you little stinker. Where'd he go? He's so fast. But he did do me a favor. If you guys saw the video just a few moments ago, every time, get off the truck, Nancy. My goodness. A little stinker. Listen, this is a farm truck. It's gonna get bumps and scratches, but I don't need you scratching it, checking your reflection. Huh? Every time I go get feed, inevitably you spill a little bit. And I don't know, maybe a few weeks back when I got some, we spilled quite a bit because the hopper kind of blew around in the wind. But it got wet and it stunk and it was not fun. But yesterday I left the tailgate done while Carter and I were doing some chores, and Bruce jumped up there and ate almost all of that 3-week-old wet feed, man. We'll put these back here inside these panels. And what I want to do is tomorrow I'll put the bucket on the tractor. We'll pick these barrels up, and I actually want to put them inside the cabin. So when it snows, I don't have to compete with the snow and the ice, because to -8 for a couple of days, it's gonna come down in the form of snow, because it's supposed to be like 20 when it's snowing. But then -5 turns snow into ice. Doesn't matter how pretty it falls, it's ice once it's down. So anyway, let me get these barrels off of here, put another panel around it so nobody gets to them. And by nobody, I mean that one and that one. Lucy. Whew, you guys all right? Everybody okay? Well, hi there. Hi there. The thumbnail, that's what you guys were wondering about. I'm sure you recognized Jared and Jane. That was their truck. And they are coming out to put antifreeze in their dozer. And I'm sure they'll take a look at the pond. We're still waiting on that excavator, the big equipment, to finish the pond. But it's coming. I'm not worried about it. I trust Jared. I ain't worried about that. He knows. It's really, really wet. So we want to make sure that it's done right and done well. Because, man, it's gorgeous. I like it like this. If it freezes, surely -5, that ice will be thick enough to hold me. We're going to try it one way or another. I want to try it. I want to try it. I'm going to get me a sled. I'm going to see if I can sled all the way across it. Sounds like a great idea, right? Just don't tell my mom. Ready? Yup. Are you gonna share those? All right, Adler, ready? Y'all be good.
That'll be good. Don't work too hard. Don't be quiet.
Can you see the camera?
No, we can't.
Say God bless.
God bless. Deuces.
Who's? You guys aren't gonna believe this.
What?
Bruce is in the back of the truck. Get out of there, little stinker. My goodness.